What's up, guys, and everybody, coming at you with another episode of But Does It Spin? A series where we're looking at Beyblades and all things that spin, mostly spinning top toys. And today we have something a little bit more new than what we usually open here in our channel, and that is quad drive stuff. As you can see, I did get the standard stadium. Quad drive was here in Brazil already for a few weeks, but it took me a while to get it. As you can see, the arena is a little busted up. It is kind of damaged there, but it's because a little damage here too. But it's because the seller sent in a very weak box, and they asked me if I wanted to return it. But seeing as I'm late, I said I would just keep it. And since it's a standard one anyway, you know, the center plate seems okay. So this is what we're gonna be working with. Another thing that I got is the double pack of Wraith, Fafnir, and Berserk Linwyrm. Here in Brazil, Quad Drive, they didn't bring any of the starter packs or single packs yet. We only have 3 of the double packs, this one and 2 others. And we have the special Roctavore and the string launcher set. Those are the only Quad Drive stuff that we have for now, today. As of the day of this recording, which is February 9th. But yeah, we got one of the double packs, and I did get this because Fafnir is one of my favorite Beyblades. It does spin left, whereas Linwyrm does spin right. So we'll be checking this out. For those of you that don't know, which most of you should know if you like Beyblade already, because outside of Brazil, this quad drive stuff has been out for over a month now. But for those of you that don't know, it is called quad drive because it's 4-in-1. If you see back here, their drivers do have a little tip that you can put it on or put it off. So that's 2 modes right there. And then this piece, which is the armor, which the other Beyblades didn't have. The previous collection Beyblades didn't have. This armor, you can put it below and the chip on top, and that is low mode, or here in Hasbro, core mode. Or you can flip it and put it up there, the armor up, and the chip below, and that becomes high mode or apex mode. So that is the 4 modes of quad drive, which we will be checking it out. And yeah, so one question remains. Does it spin? Most likely because it's Beyblade, but we'll still check it out anyway. Let's go. So here we are with all the contents out of the box. Let's look at the Linwyrm layer first. There you go, it is focused now. It is a beautiful layer. The chip itself, I think, is fantastic. I did put it on high mode just to show you guys. But yeah, the colors are amazing. It makes the design pop from the background. A lot of the starter set Beyblades on quad drive didn't have that. They were the same color. So it doesn't look as good, but these definitely, they make the designs pop. I do like the layer quite a bit. It does have quite a few impact points, some uppercuts there, very nice. I do like it quite a bit. There's a code for those of you who need that. The slopes, I mean, I can never tell too much difference of the slopes from one bay to another, but it is what it is. This is the forge disc, and as you can see, they do have like 2 levels of this forge disc. That's necessary in quad drive, because here in high mode, they only take up to the first level to fit. In high mode, you can put any forge discs that you have, the older ones, and they will fit like that. It just takes the tip of the forge disc. But later, if you see here with Fafnir, I do have him on low mode. Instead of going just the first part here, it will go all the way down, taking over the skirt, is because it does make on low mode, it does make this part deeper, and so the forge disc does have to reach in deeper to be able to lock in place. Wait, am I doing this wrong? No. So there you go. So it does fit in better like this. So in high mode, you can use any of your older discs. In low mode, you can only use the quad drive forged discs. So that is an interesting thing to think about. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. This is the driver. It does have a finer... I don't know what's wrong with my camera. I think it might be because of the background. I'll move the box aside. It does have like one of those simpler stamina type tips, and then you pull it out and it's more of like an attack type kind of, I guess. At least that gives us some options. And then now let's look at Wraith Fafnir. I think this is probably the best looking Beyblade for now, like personally, I think. Just like the pink metal color there, making everything pop. The black on the dragon, making the dragon appear from the background. The cyan flames, I don't know, it's just everything about this layer makes it so cool. I love it. It's probably going to be my favorite for a while. This is the forged disc, as I showed you before. It's more of like a skirt on it. And of course the driver, it does have these little blades on it. Not really sure what is it for. And then here it does have more of an attack tip. I think in Takara these used to be rubber. Of course here is plastic, but these were usually put on left spinning base, which Fafnir is. So it could be good. We'll have to check it out. And so let's put this together. And for those of you thinking in changing modes, I will show you how to do it. This is currently in high mode. You just push the armor from the bottom like this, the armor comes off. And so essentially having the chip put from below and the armor on top, that becomes high mode. And then if you do it the other way around, you just have to take the... Yeah, so you have to push it sideways like this to take out the chip from below, and then you put the chip on top. In the exact same way, but you put the chip on top instead of the bottom, and it locks like that with the bottom lock. And then you put the armor below like this, and that becomes low mode. I realized after I call it low mode and high mode, I realized that in Hasbro they're called something else. Low mode is called core mode and high mode is called apex mode. That said, in Takara is low and high, and I just think it makes more sense because it's lower and then higher. I do like low mode better in quad base because they do make it more compact. On high mode, they look a little weird with this newer forged disc, so I will keep them on low mode for the time being. And yeah, let's do some test spins. So as you guys can see, I did get the green standard stadium as well, and we will be using the standard hypersphere launchers. We will try at least and see if these work. One of them we do have to put it on left spin mode because I don't have any of the standard quad drive launchers, because the starter sets did not get released in Brazil yet. So let's put Fafnir on the left one. And let's put Linwyrm on the right one. We'll release Linwyrm first, and let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Yep, there we go. Just let him go. So you can see that these ripcord launchers, they do work in every Beyblade season. And looks like Linwyrm lost for a tiny fraction of a second, so we will try to do Fafnir first this time and see how they do it. So let's go. Let it. Whoa! Those are some heavy hits. They are definitely. They do feel more powerful than Hyperspheres. Hyperspheres were very light and they moved around everywhere. They do conserve a little bit more movement, but they do hit harder and they feel heavier, possibly because of the extra component, the bigger forge disc and the bigger chip, maybe, but they do feel a lot heavier than Hyperspheres. And as you saw, Linwyrm did win that one, so let's try to last fight. Let's put Linwyrm in first. Let it. I guess it wasn't focused. And Linwyrm won by a fraction of a second. Now let's try to remove both of their tips. Change their tips to the other one and see how they fare with that. I have a feeling Fafnir might get an advantage from this, just because his driver does seem better at this point. Let's put Linwyrm first because he did win both times. That is. Fafnir definitely is way more aggressive like this. Very cool to see. And yeah, I do like this. Having two modes extra, two tips. I do like that. So Fafnir did win. We'll launch Fafnir first now and see how that goes. And Linwyrm second. Those are some really heavy hits. I am very surprised that none of them burst yet. Those were really heavy hits. I do like to see that. They are slowing down now. And let's see who wins this. And looks like Fafnir did win that despite being the first one to be launched. So I did like that quite a bit. This tip definitely does wonders to a left spinning bay. What a fantastic bay, and this is definitely my favorite for now of the quad bays. Of course, I only have these two, but yeah, fantastic. And that is all I had to show you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. We will be bringing more content like this, more Beyblades, more stuff that are like Beyblades, spinning tops. So if you like stuff like that, then let's let it rip together. Yeah, so I'll see you when I see you, and until then, stay nerdy.